New tonight, no jail time. Former Georgia Bulldog star Jalen Carter will avoid any time behind bars.
Carter has just entered a plea deal, sentenced to 12 months probation, 80 hours of community service. And of course, this is all in connection with the deadly crash on January 15th that killed his teammate Devin Willock and a UGA staffer, Chandler LaCroix. Carter was accused of racing LaCroix's car before the crash. Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn joins us in the studio. And Patrick, you've spoken with Carter's lawyer. How's Carter feeling tonight?
Well, it was a really interesting conversation. He said Jalen Carter is feeling relieved. His attorney, Kim Stevens, told me Jalen wanted this done quickly so that he could focus on grieving the loss of his two friends. But overall, Stevens said even reaching this plea deal just highlights the truth of what happened leading up to this deadly crash.
2 weeks after Jalen Carter turned himself in for misdemeanor charges of reckless driving and street racing, the former Georgia standout has now reached a plea deal and will not challenge those charges in court. Kim Stevens, Jalen's lawyer, said this plea deal was the most efficient way for Carter to move on from these charges.
The reality is that Mr. Carter wasn't the cause of the wreck. I think that became clear during the police investigation.
In this ongoing investigation, what we know from police, on the morning of January 15th, Jalen, in one car, was racing with staff member Chandler LaCroix in another car in downtown Athens. LaCroix's car hit a curb and wrecked. She died, as did football player Devin Willock.
There's no question that he was driving faster than he should have, and likewise, the people in the vehicle that wrecked were driving faster than they should have from downtown Athens.
Stevens said what happened in the moments after this crash helped Carter's case. He had not been drinking, and he stayed at the scene. You can hear people calling his name on the 911 call.
He went over toward the wrecked vehicle to see if he could provide any assistance, and answered all the questions that the police had at the scene.
And in addition to his year-long probation and hours of community service, Jalen Carter must also pay a $1,000 fine and take a defensive driving course. Next up for Jalen Carter, the NFL Draft starting April 27th. Rick?